Hello, Rajivji. Good morning. Kamal here from Mirasangeet.com and a warm welcome to you on our show Chat and Chai today once again.
Hi Kamalji, good morning. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you, Rajivji. Rajivji, before we move on to our queries sent in by our listeners here on Mirasangeet, anything latest that you would like to update our listeners on the immigration bill?
Nothing going on. Same old status quo. Unless some miracle happens, it looks unlikely that this year we will see any vote on immigration because there are
Uh-huh.
just not enough working days left in the calendar. So we'll see.
Right. So, Rajivji, moving on now to the queries sent in here by our listeners. The first query here is from a listener who lives around Chicago. She says she's been married to a US citizen and it's been about 7 years that she's been here in the United States. She is a naturalized, she's not a citizen, and now planning to go to India for her brother's wedding. She says she might have to stay on longer than 6 to 7 months in India. Would that cause any problem for her to return back?
Did she say she's a green card holder?
Yes, she's been here in for the last 7 years. Her husband is a U.S. citizen. She's got two children who were born here, but she's not mentioned anything about her status.
Yeah, see, unless we know what her status is, how can we answer that question? Assuming that she's a green card holder, which she should be,
Mm-hmm.
if she does not abandon her permanent residence in the United States, for example, if she takes her children with her, or she gets a job in India, those will be indications that will take away her green card. Otherwise, an extended trip for personal reasons. Typically, if the trip is less than 6 months, it's no problem at all. If it is more than 6 months, it has to be less than 1 year, because 1 year or
Mm-hmm.
more, you'll lose your green card automatically. If it is between 6 months and a year, you should have an explanation, a good explanation, when you come back in, because you might be questioned. The key here is that you must not have abandoned your permanent residence in the United States.
All right. Now, moving on, Rajivji, to another question sent in by a listener here who says, with elections almost approaching in India, I wanted to go back home. My query is if I am a citizen here in the United States, would that status allow me to go and vote back home?
I have no idea what Indian laws are. I would make a guess that absolutely not, unless you are an Indian citizen, you would not be permitted to vote in India. But again, I'm not practicing law in India, so I can't really answer that question.
The final question here, Rajivji, from a listener who says, I'm working for my employer on H1B status, but another company has offered me a better position. Can I just transfer to the new company with my H1B approval?
You don't just transfer, the new company has to apply for you. It's like applying for a new H1, but you will not be subject to the quota, of course.
All right. So these were the queries Rajivji sent in by our listeners here today on Mira Sangeet. So thank you so much for being a part of our show, Chat and Chai, once again.
A pleasure and a delight, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajivji. Have a great day
You
ahead.
too, ma'am. Bye bye. Every other Thursday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we host free community conference calls. Everybody is welcome to join. Some people post questions ahead of time. You can take membership in our forums. All of the details are there on our website, immigration.com. You can take membership ahead of time, and you know, it's instantaneous. It happens right away. And post your questions beforehand, or you can just log in. The phone number and all are provided: 202 800 8394, 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, every other Thursday. We have free apps for both Apple iOS platform for your iPhones and iPads, as well as for Android. Just look for immigration.com, immigration.com, the period dot, and the application should show up.